So Dante's been captured by quite a bad bitch. Hey everyone, welcome to Prince the Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with episode 3 of Devil May Cry. And yeah, we had an unexpected kind of turn with last episode, with Dante kind of being shown up by Maria Arkham, I believe her name is. Lieutenant Maria Arkham. She ends up coming in and not only kind of shows him up, but captures him in the end, proving to have been one step ahead. And although she was surprised by some things, she wasn't, it wasn't a perfect capture. She did win in the end. I don't know what that's going to lead to. I don't know, like, how things are going to escalate from here. I don't know what to expect. Like I've been saying throughout these episodes, I'm new to this. I've never played any of the games. I've never seen the, like, 2000s anime. I know nothing. I've never read any of the comics. Well, I can't say I know nothing. I know a couple small things just from what I've heard, like hearing people talk about it, this series and whatnot. Not this animated series, but this franchise, I guess you could say. So there's been a couple things I've known about, but I haven't even been, like, seemingly 100% accurate on even the things I've known about yet. So, gonna be really interesting to see how this all ends up going. We have some pretty interesting characters so far. Some really great voice actors in this. And I feel like there's a lot of potential in terms of the story. We haven't seen the White Rabbit again since episode 1, though. So I'm waiting for him to return. And, of course, we just have all the other crazy shenanigans constantly going on. But, yeah, I'm just excited for more. And the last thing I'll leave off on before we get this going is I'm still, like, so shocked that the one dude was pro wrestling's Kenny Omega. Like, that still caught me so off guard. That he ended up having a small cameo role in this. But like I said last time, thinking about it, it's not that much of a surprise because Kenny Omega's a massive ass nerd. So it, like, yeah, it tracks that he would do something like this. He's probably a big fan of Devil May Cry. It's believable. It's just I was not expecting it. But we should probably get this going and see what's going to happen to Dante next. So let's check it out. Hold up just a sec. Before you click that link down in the description below to get to today's video, I want to remind you of all the awesome content we have both on this channel and the Princess of Gaming channel. Let's check it out. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So clearly one of Dante's demon powers is healing. I mean, did we see him have, like, light healing powers before? Maybe? I think? I'm trying to remember, because I know I've seen healing powers in something recently. Was it this? But either way, healing from, like, a wound like that is a lot bigger of a deal. Especially when it's, like, basically a brain injury. That's a bigger deal than, like, healing from, like, I don't know, a shoulder shot or whatnot. That's minor healing powers. But when you're healing from a brain injury, that's major healing powers. That's like Wolverine or Deadpool level healing powers. Um, so Mary Arkham seems like our deuteragonist in this, with this episode opening with her backstory, kind of giving us a clue as to how she became so dedicated and strong-willed as she is currently. It's very much pushing her as the secondary protagonist, kind of like a dual protagonist role with Dante, which I don't know how it is in the games. I assume she's probably from the games, but I I haven't heard too much of thoughts on this series. I've heard there is like mostly positive, but some mixed reception from some uh, fans of the games. I wonder if some of the negative views from the fans of the games are just bitching because Dante doesn't have the full spotlight as the main character, and Mary has just as much of a spotlight. Like, I bet you anything. You know, after the Masters of the Universe Revelation and Revolution series, um, it's like the fans will absolutely bitch if the original main character isn't the only main character of a series. Um, it's like if, especially if it's a female character who takes over, it's like, oh, Tila kind of becomes the main character here while He-Man is out of action, while Adam is out of action. It's like, oh, we can't have that. That's not Masters of the Universe. It's not Masters of the Universe if He-Man's not the main focal point the entire time. It's stupid. It's stupid as fuck. But I bet you anything that some of those complaints that people are having are probably that. Because that's just how it goes. And it's ridiculous. Because, one, this series is stated to be its own continuity. It's not just a remake of the games or the comics or whatever. It's its own thing. It's not meant to fall into the same continuity. It's not meant to follow the same path one to one. It's meant to be its own separate thing. And two, like, having a secondary protagonist is not a bad thing. Like, there's just no way to make a claim that that's the case. Like, and I'm talking about like a generalized sense. Like, you can have a secondary protagonist who's like a bad character and not that great, but just like generally speaking, that the idea of having a secondary protagonist is not a negative inherently. I'm just wondering what the White Rabbit's goals here are, because I feel like it's not quite just dominion over humanity. I feel like there's a lot more to this. The White Rabbit is way too put together for it to be something as simple as that. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to find out more. I also definitely want to know more about Mary's backstory. She's honestly, in my opinion, the most interesting character so far. Um, we saw that her father, like, obviously became obsessed with this to the point where it, like, overtook him. But did he die? Because she implied that at least someone in her family has died. And that's, like, part of her tragic backstory. Like, she was saying that, like, everybody has a death in their tragic backstory, or whatever the line was. It's like, so she's implying that, and I think it could be her father, like, he got mixed in too deep and everything. And seeing as how it, like, overtook him, you would think she would want to stay away from that stuff, but maybe she feels like she needs to finish what he started in stopping these demons. If he died for this, then she should be willing to do the same. I could see that being her kind of motivation here. I don't know. We're gonna have to definitely see more. But yeah, Dante being the son of Sparta was just blatantly obvious. Like, I called the shit out of that since it revealed he was half demon. It's like, oh, he's definitely the son of the demon general who fought for humanity. Like, yeah, obviously. Um, and while he figured that the shapeshifter, like, was just, faking his brother's form and everything, well, because I know Virgil's a character in the games, I knew that that wasn't going to be the case. But also, too, this episode absolutely confirms that Virgil is alive. Like, it doesn't even leave it up to interpretation. The shapeshifter specifically says that they can only take the form of a living person, of a living, well, not necessarily a person, but like animals can happen too, I guess. Has to be a living biological being. So to take the form of or to take the form of Virgil, Virgil has to be alive. There is literally no other way to interpret that. Virgil has to be alive if the shapeshifter could take his form. We also got some pretty interesting other demon designs here. The two brothers are clearly based off of, like, the old legend of, like, the two Oni, the red Oni and the blue Oni. Like, that's a real, that's like real mythology and whatnot in Japan, I believe. Um, it's been utilized in other series and stuff before. ReZero is an example I tend to think of. But yeah. Um, I'm trying to remember exactly what it's called. Let me see if I can look it up real quick. I think it's just called that, though. It's like real. I think it's just really simple. Oh, apparently it's used in Metal Gear Solid. Red Oni Who Cried is what it's called. Red Oni Who Cried. Yeah, Naita Akaoni. The Red Oni Who Cried is a classic Japanese fairy tale about a red Oni who wants to befriend humans. So I wonder if that's going to come into play. Yeah, it's like this is a fairy tale I've heard like in many different things. It's been utilized in various anime and whatnot, video games. And I think that's really interesting here. Like, even if this is just a visual shout out to it, and there's not much else to it, still, though, the fact that it's, like, very clearly a visual shout out to it is still something to note. And the other demon designs were pretty interesting, too. The female demon, the one who I think is just voiced by Erica Lindbeck, um, coming out of like the like plant like snake and everything. It's like I swear I've seen demon designs like that before. Specifically a female form coming out of a plant like serpent. I swear I've seen that before. The one that kind of looked like a black knight or something, like really seemed important because he got away, right? He was one of the only ones who wasn't defeated in battle. So there's that aspect of things. But this entire operation kind of went to shit really quickly. Because the doctor is now dead. The president, or the vice president rather, is in the hands of a demon. Um, Possibly another shapeshifter, but we've seen that demons can just take human form anyway. So that's bad. Um, the one dude, his name was mentioned. I can't remember it at the moment. But he was revealed to be a traitor, and he's doing this because he wants to try and protect his family. Although it's like, my dude, you're just putting them in danger by doing this. Like, this is not going to help. You were manipulated and gaslit into thinking this was going to be a good idea. It's not. It's really interesting to see the kind of character depths of, like, even small characters like him. But we see, like, the others get injured and separated. All this shit goes down. There's a school bus of children that gets threatened because of fucking course there is. It's like the dumbest, biggest trope that a lot of these shows and movies use. It's like there just has to be a school bus full of children, and bonus points if they're orphans. It is seriously a trope that is used so aggressively often that it's just kind of ridiculous. But in a good way, in a way to where it's like, oh, that's like kind of fun. I mean, obviously you don't want to see the kids die, of course, but they pretty much almost never do. I think there's a couple like occasions where it happens, but it's rare. It's like they're just there as literally as a way for the hero to define themselves as a hero by protecting them and putting basically the mission or whatnot at stake, letting the villain go in order to protect them and stuff. I believe it was even used in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, right? I believe it was, because I believe the Green Goblin was dangling like a school bus and Mary Jane at the same time, and then Peter had to choose one of them. But he ended up rescuing both after all. And it's just like it's used in everything. In some way, shape, or form, there will be a school bus of children in danger. It's so silly. Um, but we started to see a little bit of Dante's demon powers coming out, so that's pretty interesting. And obviously, with everything going wrong with this entire operation and just everything surrounding it, like getting fucked over, it's very clear that this series is not waiting for shit to hit the fan. It's just going to go. Like, we're only in episode 3, and it's just like just go, go, go. And I appreciate that. For a series like this, it kind of works. It makes sense. When you have, like, these demons trying to fuck shit up. Again, for whatever mysterious reason the White Rabbit has. But I'm curious as to what that's going to be. And I'm really curious now if the vice president's going to survive or not. Specifically because of his voice actor. Because with him gone, with him having passed, if the vice president does survive and comes back in season 2, which is confirmed to be happening, he's going to need a different voice actor, right? He's going to need someone to take over. So that's going to need to be a thing. I'm very curious to see, like, how much more exciting this gets, because it's been great so far. I also love the music choices. Last Resort by Papa Roach was a great fun choice. And it seems like a lot of this centers around, like, the music that was popular back when when Devil May Cry initially came out and everything, the games. Because it's like you have Limp Bizkit for the opening theme, you have Papa Roach, Evanescence did a song for this. It's like this is all music that was popular around that time. That was really big. And so it's like, yeah, it makes sense that these are the choices for the soundtrack. And I wonder exactly how many other songs I'm going to recognize. There was the Rage Against the Machine song last time that I didn't recognize because it's a song that I'm not as familiarized with compared to their other works. Um, but I know the band. I definitely know the band. I just didn't recognize the song. So yeah, I'm very, very excited for more of this. This is just proving to be a fantastic series so far. Um, Very different tone than Castlevania. I'll give you that much. Very different tone. But I'm enjoying it. I'm really loving it. So tell me in the comments below what you thought of this episode of Devil May Cry. And for now, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.